Cops often find people they think are easy targets just to feed their egos. But in today's videos, we're talking about cops who try to impose their own laws but encountered real law experts. So let's go. When a cop approached a man who was filming around the airport parking lot, he had no idea that he encountered someone who knew the law much better than himself. When the man asked the cop for his name and badge number, the cop told him that it would be nice if the man introduced himself first. Of course, this man knew he wasn't obligated to identify himself unless he had broken the law, so he still insisted that the cop introduce himself. However, the cop felt that it was beneath his honor to say his name to a citizen upon request, so he only showed his badge. Bravo! The man decided to continue his walk around the airport parking lot filming a white car. The cop then decided to approach the man once more, but this time much more aggressively. The cop was interested in why the man was filming other people at the airport.
Name and badge number, please.
Why don't you show me your ID? What's the big deal? Why are you being so confrontational?
Quit resisting. Stop resisting, officer. Why don't you give me your name and your badge number? Is that what you do to the judge when the judge asks you for your name and badge number when you go in front?
You, sir. You can put it on your camera.
Is it your policy to state your name? Is it your policy to state your name and badge number or to show it? There's no problem. Am I being detained or am I free to leave?
No, you're being confrontational.
Okay, bye. Is that a crime?
It's a free country.
Okay, bye.
Have a good day.
You too. That didn't go as well as you thought it was going to go, did you? You can't block you cannot impede my movement, sir.
I have a question for you.
You're being live streamed on the internet.
For you, sir.
You're being live streamed on the internet,
for
sir.
You, sir.
I don't care. Take it.
I have a question for you.
Stop impeding my travel, sir.
Filming.
You're being live streamed on the internet.
Okay,
Make it good.
Do you want me to answer your question?
Make it good.
Talk over me?
No, I just wanted to get. No, you can't. You cannot impede.
This is an airport, and for security reasons, I want to know why you're filming people and cars. Why are you?
Call your supervisor right now.
The man wasn't interested in answering any questions from the cop, so he decided to keep walking. However, this was too much for this cop, so he decided to block the man's path by standing in front of him. Great, now he's directly violating his rights.
I have
on
a
the
question
internet.
for you, sir.
You're being live streamed on the internet,
I have a question
sir.
for you, sir.
I don't care. Take it.
I have a question for you.
Stop impeding my travel, sir.
You filming?
You're being live streamed on the internet.
Okay, do you want
Make it good.
Do you want me to answer your question, or are you going to talk over me?
No, I just wanted to get. No, you can't. You cannot impede.
This is an airport, and for security reasons, I want to know why you're filming people and cars. Why are you?
Call your supervisor right now. Call your watch commander right now. Right now. Do it.
If you'll be quiet for a minute, I'll call him.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were doing all the yelling. Now you don't like it when I turn the script on you.
The man saw what kind of cop he was dealing with, so he asked him to call his supervisor immediately. However, the policeman tried to avoid the subject, now claiming that this man was shouting at him. Worst of all, the cop really thought that he had the right to know why the man was filming just because he was airport security. He wasn't even aware of how ridiculous he looked on camera. At one point, the officer went one step further when he told the man that he was being detained because he was asking for a supervisor. Someone urgently should teach this wannabe cop that he cannot detain someone for that reason.
I'm going to ask you to not filming because you haven't told me why you're filming it.
I don't need to tell you why I'm filming
you do,
yet.
because there's an airport here, and for security reasons, I need to know.
Do you understand? Do you understand how silly you sound right now?
Yeah, very probably.
What law am I breaking? What penal code? California Penal Code, or even a vague California Penal Code?
If you want me to answer your questions, I suggest you maybe so answer my questions.
That's not how it works.
Oh, okay, thank you, Judge.
Am I being detained?
Well, you asked for a supervisor. You're gonna have to.
Doesn't mean I'm being detained.
Keep talking over me because you're being rude and discourteous.
What's the badge number?
Right here, sir. 337.
3337. Great. Tell me your name again.
Dohle. D-O-H-L-E.
D-O-H-L-E. Perfect. Thank you. Can I get your name and badge number?
Why don't you answer me what are you out here filming for?
I'm asking her a question.
I'm asking you. You asked me a question. I answered it. The conversation goes both ways.
No, that's not how it works. You're a public servant.
Conversation
What's your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sir. Why are you out here videotaping? For security reasons.
Tell me what law I'm breaking.
I asked you a question. You're
I'm
evading my question.
I'm not evading. I'm not obligated to answer, sir.
This is an airport, and for security reasons, we need to know why you're out here filming. If you give me a good reason, I'll let you go.
It turned out that the man was a journalist who came to record the behavior of public officials at the airport. But the cop believed that the man had to ask for permission from the airport just to film. Well, first of all, a person can record whatever they want in public because it's an activity protected by the First Amendment. Moreover, the man is not inside the airport but on the sidewalk, which is public, right?
Shooting content for a story, and now you're the story about what public officials do in public.
So why couldn't you have told me that in the first place instead of being evasive?
I wasn't evasive.
Yes,
I don't
you
need to
were.
tell you anything.
Yes, you do.
I don't need.
I've been called out here for a reason. I'm asking you questions, and you don't want to seem to answer them. You want to talk over.
I don't need to answer your questions.
Yes, you do, sir. For what film show? And do you have a film permit? Have you contacted the airport for permission to film out here? I don't seem to be getting the answers from you, sir. Those are reasonable questions.
I've already told you why I'm here. I'm filming for a story to be published.
Okay. And
Gathering
have you contacted the airport and got permission from the airport to film at the airport?
Am I on the airport or am I on a public sidewalk?
Okay, you're still not answering my questions. Again, being evasive.
Is that a felony or a misdemeanor?
It's whatever you want it to be, sir.
No, it's whatever you want. You know, you guys are blocking traffic too here. I don't know if
Because
you.
I'm here on a call for service.
Okay.
So, since you have my ID, sir, how about if I see your ID, sir?
No, that's not how it works.
Yes, it is, sir. I'm asking you for your ID. I've
not how it
identified
works.
myself.
You have not.
I have too. I've shown you my ID. You've looked
Okay.
at my. I know who I'm talking to.
The man decided to leave because the cop was just wasting his time. However, this cop wasn't going to allow any of that, so he decided to look even dumber and started chasing the man, demanding he show his ID. In no time, the cop declared that he was in the middle of an investigation and that the man had to give him his ID because of that. It's interesting how many cops think that they can say they're in the middle of an investigation for any situation, even though they're not actually investigating jack.
Am I obligated under California law to show you my ID?
I am here.
Yes or no?
Can I explain myself?
No,
Or you
no,
keep
it's a-
talking over me. You seem to be
Yes.
pretty good at that. Okay?
Bye.
No, sir.
Bye.
Sir.
Bye.
I'm talking to you. I need your identification. Sir, please show me your identification. You are failing to identify yourself. I'm out here on an investigation. Please identify yourself. I have a right to do that, and you know that. You're about to walk into a telephone pole, sir.
I'm not.
Can I see your identification, sir? Can I see your identification, sir? Are you refusing to show your identification to me, sir? You're gonna run into a pole.
Oopsie.
I guess that was my fault too.
No, not at all. You're not obligated to have any expectation of my
Are you gonna
welfare.
wait? The supervisor's on his way out. Are you gonna wait for him, or are you just gonna keep walking him?
I just want you to just keep making an idiot of yourself and be the next YouTube star.
What's so irritating is how the cop never got tired of asking the man a million times to show him his ID. Being asked one more time doesn't mean the man's going to give up his rights, now does it? The cop tried in every pathetic way to blame the man for a crime. At one point, he was saying that the man's vehicle was blocking the passage, even though he didn't know if the man came to the airport by car.
So you're failing to identify yourself to me, sir?
Can I get your name and you're gonna turn away when I try to get your name? Is that policy? You're not turning away. You're facing me. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Why won't you show me your ID? Identify yourself. You have something to hide? Yes, no?
I need to comply and then I'll be on my way.
You're still not going to show me your identification? Identify yourself? No?
27, we have a clear view of you.
You got another pole. Be careful.
Yeah, and I got there's a couple of tools in front of me as well, so.
Call it like you see it.
Yep.
This is your car, sir?
It might be.
Yeah, it might be blocking the driveway, so we might have to contact the owner of the facility.
Oh my God! And you guys are stopped on a blocking the street, and you're gonna bust my balls for parking my truck there?
When the supervisor finally came, the situation didn't improve. At least the supervisor knew he had to say his name and badge number, but that was the end of his knowledge of the law. He immediately began questioning the man about what he was doing at the airport and why he was filming, completely ignoring the man's complaints about his employee. However, when the man told him that he wasn't actually recording but streaming live, the supervisor's demeanor changed drastically. Then he suddenly explains that they're there to ensure the safety of all citizens.
You're dismissed.
You don't dismiss me. My supervisor does.
Oh, hi, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sergeant Saucedo, badge number is, I don't have a badge number, it's 2 straight.
Serial number?
1122.
How about you, sir?
Massa.
Massa? Great, thanks so much.
You come talk to me.
Great, can we UA this guy for steroids? He's a little aggro. I didn't get it. You're being live streamed on the internet.
You give me a free thing.
No, I don't want to. That's not how it works. I'm not a public servant. I'm not acting at my my official capacity. I'm a civilian.
What are you doing out here?
Taking pictures for content for his story, which I already told him.
Well, I don't.
Bye, sir. Don't beat your wife tonight.
Do you think that honestly helps? Do you really think that?
You want to see the last 7 minutes of footage that I got of him in my face?
Yeah, probably I do.
Great. You will.
So I got a question. Are you alleging a complaint that I'm a wife beater?
I had said nothing of the type.
Go record. Go
Great.
record it. You'll find out.
Sir, whatever your name is, you seem a little nervous. Would you mind talking to me one-on-one?
I'm filming content for a story.
That's fine.
I'm filming the airport
So
from a public
you're gonna-
sidewalk.
You're going to film all this, and you're not going to let us know why.
Are you Burbank police or your airport police?
Well, do you think you're on the airport property, or do you think you're on
Well, I'm
the
on public property, so
You're right, it's public, but
Right,
it's
it's a
airport
public-
or the city.
I don't care. You
don't care?
No, it
Okay,
doesn't matter to me.
Well, I'll tell you what we care about. We care about, focus in on it, get it nice and tight. You got it?
The supervisor completely forgot the fact that he had taken an oath to protect the constitutional rights of citizens. However, the man filming was there to remind him. The supervisor then claimed that they didn't mind him taking pictures and videos around the airport, which was a huge lie. If they didn't mind, then why were there 4 police cars and many cops surrounding the man? The supervisor quickly resorted to telling the man that it was because he was being unreasonable. Who knows? It seems that the cops in America have nothing better to do than harass citizens.
Care about people wanting to do harm to the aviation community.
Okay.
Ever heard of 9/11?
For fuck's sake! I was wondering when that was going to come up.
Well, it came up right now.
You know what? Every one of those planes that took off looks really suspicious. Dolan, D-O-L-A-N, the elusive female who would not give me her badge or name.
Well, you know what? We have a duty. We're bound by a duty to investigate every...
You're bound by an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, so does your duty trump the Constitution of the United States?
Yeah.
You're bound by an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, so does your duty trump the Constitution of the United States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all intertwined.
That's great. That's great. I'm just great. I got that on 2 cameras.
You obviously don't know what the Constitution says, and you obviously don't know what the law reads. You obviously don't know what the law says. I'll say it to you one more time.
You obviously know more than I do.
Yes, I do know more than you. It's our job to know more than you.
Can I reach into my pocket and give you from my back pocket? Okay. Then you can.
Look, we have
And he
no
has
problem.
inside.
We
And
have
that's
no
all we're
pro-
asked him to do.
Right. Listen, we have no problem with people taking pictures.
Sure you do. Why do you think there's 3, 4 cop cars here?
There's probably 3 to 4 cop cars here because you're being unreasonable.
My wife says the same thing.
Well, I'm sure.
At one point, the supervisor remembered that this man was streaming live, so he tried to look even more professional. He then stated that they were actually there because they received a call from someone, yeah right, claiming that this man was suspicious. However, the irony was that they seemingly appeared out of nowhere, deciding to inflate their egos just a bit.
Too late.
You're causing a problem for us because now you're taking away resources from the airport.
No, you are.
No, you are. You are the reason we're here. You think we just showed up out of the blue? You think we just thought, oh, this guy's out here, let's go out and see what he's doing? No, we got a call, okay? And it's our job to investigate any unauthorized videos or photography. Now, there's nothing wrong with it so long as normally you would obtain a permission from the airport. Okay, but since you didn't, we're talking to you. And if everything checks okay, you can go about your business.
Everything
That's
does check
all.
okay.
Okay, but we don't know you.
I don't know you. I've got 4 guys here with guns. You're telling me to relax?
Honestly, you really think this is going to help you?
The supervisor was determined to make the man look bad on camera, insisting that the man could have been more polite and shook his hand. However, the man pointed out that he could thank the policeman, an employee under the supervisor's control, who chased him even though he was told he wasn't being detained. The supervisor tried to distance himself by stating that he was not part of that situation, but he seemed to forget that all police officers working under his control represent him.
Do you know that I'm 9 times more likely to be killed by a police officer than a terrorist? No, I'm not. So the 100 and 150...
Did you ever think of saying hi? Did you ever think of shaking my hand?
No, we'd already surpassed that, thanks to Officer Toole, whatever his...
But they're not me.
Okay, well, they represent your police department. No, and if you think that was their job, do you think it's legal for me to impede my traffic if I want to walk past you right now? Yes or
You
no?
walk past me right now.
If I wanted to walk past you right now.
Well, if you were investigating suspicious...
The supervisor then called someone on the phone, acting as if he couldn't handle the situation with this man and his colleagues on his own. When the man inquired if he was free to go or if he was being detained, the supervisor instructed him to wait until he finished the conversation, as though the man had posed a question in quantum physics.
So am I being detained now or am I free to go? Sergeant, am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? That's a yes or a no. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Give me 1 minute so I can check...
No, I'm asking a simple question here. I know you can multitask.
Safety, yeah, and you're going to hold on.
Am I being detained?
For a minute.
Under suspicion of what crime? Can you articulate? Start Googling. No, I'll stand right here, thank you. All of those cars.
The supervisor proceeded to call his superior just to seek some guidance on the situation with the man filming at the airport. However, the call didn't unfold as the supervisor had anticipated. To his annoyance, he received a prompt education from his higher-up, who instructed him to inform the man that he was free to go. Despite this, the supervisor, driven by his big fat ego, couldn't bring himself to admit that his superior had corrected him. Instead, he faked the decision to release the man as a choice he made independently, asserting that he did so not out of obligation, but because he didn't want to waste any more time on the matter. Sure. The man, being well-versed in the law compared to the supervisor, quickly discerned the true intentions behind the supervisor's actions.
Listen, if you'd like to take me into custody, I'd be happy to sue you.
Did I tell you you're free to go and you're still...
No, you would not give me an answer when I asked you repeatedly of whether...
I just told you.
Great, thank you.
Rewind your thing.
You just told me
I
now.
said you were free to go. I tapped you in the shoulder. You're good to go. All right?
This is great.
I'll tell you what happened. You want to know what happened?
You got an education from your superior.
I'll tell you what happened. Would you like to know what
I would
happened?
love to know.
Okay, because obviously you're just not getting it.
You're right. Again, my wife,
You
same thing.
can film and take pictures. I said that from the beginning. There's not a problem. What the problem is all you had to say was, yeah, hi, I'm so-and-so. I just like aircraft. I wanted to take some pictures. And we would have said, that's great. Have a good day. But no, you had to pop off with an attitude. You had to start harassing my officers. This is how it ends up. But
Great.
when it's all said and done,
At the end of the day,
in the interest of trying to spread some good cheer, you're not doing anything illegal. You're free to go.
I've been free to go this whole time, and part of this is the public and government employee education videos, so that other government employees and police...
And spout off all the codes and all the policy and procedures. We're past that, okay?
Right, you're trumping all of those rights.
I can, but I don't have to. Because anything
Fordyce
I say,
versus Seattle.
Anything I say, you're going to come up with a rebuttal for it. Obviously, you're poised for an argument. You're poised for a rebuttal.
Because I know the law?
I say, I know the law too.
You know the law?
But your position.
Why am I not
here
going to jail
is
right now?
Only to make a problem for us.
Why am I not
We're
going?
going to keep having this conversation.
Why am
you're
I
not under arrest?
Because
You're not under arrest.
Because I haven't done anything wrong. Illegal.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding,
They
ding.
tried to have a simple conversation with you.
You can.
An elderly lady was sitting in her parked car on a random street when a young cop approached her. He asserted that he had received complaints from the neighborhood about her disturbing them. However, the woman, perplexed as to how she could disturb anyone by simply sitting in her car, refuted the claim. The officer went further, accusing her of smoking marijuana in the car, a charge she denied. However, he didn't back down from his accusation and claimed that he could smell marijuana from her car. He questioned her about her activities and whether she lived in her car. The woman knew the law like a real lawyer, so she chose to remain silent, invoking her constitutional rights. Eventually, the cop decided to leave, but cautioned the woman to consider his arrival as a warning, threatening trouble if he received another call about her.
Hello.
Why do you have your hand on your gun?
Because it's comfortable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, it's Randall14577. So the reason why I'm calling is because people are calling up here saying you've been parked here for a little bit, so that's why I came and talked to you.
And?
What's going on? You live here?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, you're also on probation. So
On probation?
You are, yes ma'am.
Oh, so how do you know that?
Because we have your plate in our system, because somebody gave us your plate and I ran you.
Okay, so?
Okay, so I'm here to ask you what you're doing and why you're disturbing our neighbors.
I don't answer questions and I'm not disturbing anybody.
Okay. So you're also smoking inside your vehicle. Which is
That's
a
what
crime.
that's what you're saying.
Okay. Well, I can smell it. I know what the smell of burnt smells like.
Oh, well. That's not even,
And there's smoke coming out of the vehicle right now. I can see
that's
it.
not,
Okay, what is it?
it's sage.
Okay. Well, it's not what sage smells like, because I have sage at my house as well.
Okay.
So, do you live here in the area, or do you live in your car?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. So, as of right now, I can't do anything, but if we get another call back out here, we'll have to figure something else out, okay?
Yeah, like maybe a crime.
Huh?
Like maybe figure out a crime.
The young cop made the mistake of assuming that an elderly lady would be an easy target to boost his ego. What's particularly noteworthy is the way he conducted himself during the conversation. He rested his hand on her car, which is in fact her personal property. He placed his other hand near his gun on his belt. Considering his threats, he should have realized that the woman might feel intimidated by his authoritative stance. After all, police officers are meant to make people feel safer in their presence. Unfortunately, there are numerous instances where cops escalate situations rather than diffuse them, and this officer is no exception.
Well, I can still stand here all I want.
No, you can't.
I can because I was called here.
Get your arm off my car.
So,
Stop
I suggest
touching my property and
you
turn
park
that flashlight
somewhere
off.
else, maybe.
Turn the flashlight
can.
off. Get off my car and,
I'm not on your car, actually.
and get
Thank you,
lost.
ma'am.
I'm not breaking any laws.
So next time we come back out here, because you're on probation, we'll end up searching your car, okay? You have a good day.
Kick rocks, jackass.
This interaction here is a clear example of how much cops dislike it when someone challenges their fictional authority. When this man confronted a cop, the situation quickly escalated the moment the man remarked that the cop was behaving like a child. This remark infuriated the cop to the point where he seemed unsure how to handle his intense anger. He attempted to walk away, but frequently returned to the man with an aggressive demeanor. Aware that he was being filmed, the cop restrained himself from taking any action that could jeopardize his job. The officer insisted that he wasn't a child and demanded respect. However, the man reiterated that he never called him a child, but observed that he was acting as if they had hired a child to work as a cop. Unable to tolerate this any longer, the cop wisely decided to distance himself from this man as much as possible.
You look childish.
I'm a grown man.
But you look childish by recording me. Is that a personal phone or a work phone?
Why? Does it matter?
Calm down.
And you just address me as I'm a grown man, okay? I'm not no child. Do I make myself clear?
Did I say you were a child?
Do I make myself clear?
Did I say you were a child, deputy?
Acting like a...
Acting like a
That's
child.
what you
That's what I said. Correct. That's what I said. If you're gonna accuse me of something, let's make sure it's right. All right? I see the professionalism or lack thereof comes from the top down. You don't intimidate me. Not even a little bit. Yeah, keep on recording me. Go ahead. That's your constitutional right, deputy. Just record each other then.
It's fine with me.
Obviously not.
I get paid to do this.
Oh, you do? I'll find out how much. Kids are, right?
More than you ever think.
Okay.